Hey! Welcome to Vaginal Fantasy. This is our 5th anniversary. Woo, woo, woo! Dancing, dancing. Yeah.
We're old.
We old. In internet terms, this is like basically we were an ancient entertainment form.
Yeah, we're like scratchings on like
a cave wall,
like rock slabs, like Moses style.
We're like real media.
We're on Google Hangouts for
I know. Why are we still here? We're the only people here.
We fear change.
Oh God. Lots of people are in their chat. Hello, everybody. Very welcome to everybody. If you aren't familiar with our group, probably not the best. Oh, who's calling me? Probably not the best time to be tuning in. Although we didn't read a book this time. So actually, if you're just jumping in, you'll get our personalities and never come back, or you might want to read a book with us. So this is a romance book club. We have been reading a romance book pretty much every month since 2011, you guys, or 2012? 2012.
It's 5 years, so whatever.
I was like 24. I knew nothing.
We were straight out of college, all of us. So.
Yeah, every single one of us, definitely in 2011. Yep.
Yep.
It was 2012. We were one of the first Google Hangouts. I was part of the very first program to announce the whole format of Google Hangouts. So why we're still here, I guess I'm clinging to some speciality that I had.
They still use us in their presentations for Google Hangouts
because no one else is using it.
Yeah, because no one else is using it.
I think they're probably going to stop doing that since they don't care about it.
I don't think we've got much time left on that count. Unfortunately,
we're all going to die.
Anyways, so obviously, I just want to introduce my co-hosts. If you're not familiar with them, we have the wonderful Veronica Belmont with a great lipstick on today.
Thank you. I decided it was a special occasion, so I should put some makeup on.
What lipstick is that?
It's from Mimi Box.
Ooh.
It's from one of my Korean skincare box companies, which I'm obsessed with. I use 10,000 skincare, like inexpensive skincare products on my face every day now.
I have
I discovered this.
The K masks. I have like 26 of them, and sometimes I just like to touch them and make that crinkly sound.
I have like volcanic masks and like ones that look like pandas and like things that are made with like placenta.
Yeah,
what? Yeah, it's a thing. That's
vegetable placenta. Yeah. I also want the baby foot one. I'm gonna do
baby foot. Oh my God! You guys have to watch no, it's not made of baby foot. You have to watch or Google baby foot, and hopefully you'll find like the thing we're talking about, not something else I don't know about that probably exists on the internet. But it's basically, I don't know how to say this word. Salicylic
acid. Yeah.
It's like a high concentration of salicylic acid, and you basically put like one of those foot mitts on your feet. This is turning into a very long Veronica introduction.
and we're freewheeling tonight. We're
freewheeling 5th anniversary.
Yeah.
And so you put the little booties on, and you wear them for like, I think it's like an hour or 2 or 40 minutes, whatever. You take them off, and then over the course of the next week, your feet skin starts like sloughing off, and you can like peel it back, and it's all dead skin, and then your feet look like brand new baby feet.
They do.
Salicylic acid is what you put on warts, because as a child, I had warts.
I had plantar warts too as a child.
Yeah, all over my legs.
I had a plantar wart when I went to college 5 years ago, and it was from the stupid showers. I got one.
Yeah, they're very contagious.
They hurt.
You gotta wear shower shoes. What are you doing?
I didn't know back then.
So anyway, it's the Mimi Box brand. It's called I'm Lip Crayon or something. That's like literally the name.
I don't have any box subscriptions, but I get Loot Crates sometimes, which are very fun. But Mimi Box is your favorite?
They do like you can buy boxes. Soko Glam is also another one. I don't know if they do a box, but they've got like a great selection of like face serums and ampules and like masks and all sorts of fun, cheap stuff. Some of it's not cheap, but most of it is.
I want that.
Tesserino from the chat says, my sister got them from the showers on offshore oil platforms. Like, that's a place I would expect you to get warts. I mean, I don't mean to generalize, but.
No, but like special, like oil contaminated, like nuclear warts.
But why would you want baby feet? That's my question.
Get your feet ready for summer.
Soft. Also, by the way, here you go.
Placenta mask.
Placenta mask. But then I also use the snail.
Yeah.
Oh, the snail one.
And then I have snail goo moisturizer. This is also very
Yes. Why have we not talked about this?
I am all over
snail
it.
one. I can't wear the snail one.
Caviar mask.
It hurts my face.
Caviar.
Where are you getting all of these things? I've never.
Japantown.
They're so cheap, but they're also so cheap on Amazon. Like I got 30 masks for like $9, and they feel so good. And I'm waiting for summer to put one of them on, and they're just like, oh yeah, this feels amazing because they're cooling.
And then they have holiday masks, so you can do Santa or reindeer.
Yeah. And panda-shaped ones.
And then Marvel ones, so you can be Marvel characters while you're getting moisturized. It's an addiction.
Bug 1001 says, "What is going on, Bug? I want to know too." Is it actual snail oozings?
Yeah,
it's snail
slime.
It's snail essence.
Yes.
It's actual snail slime. I know it sounds weird, but when I tried it on my skin, and my skin's really sensitive because I can only put coconut oil on. Everything else, I get allergic reaction.
Really?
It goes on really nice. And it smells nice and
it's very moisturizing.
Had I known about this, I would have grabbed all the snails in my garden and just squished them up against my face.
They say it's not that they don't hurt the snails. I don't know what kind of snail farm.
It's the snail excretion.
Do they squeeze it or do they milk it? Do you milk the snail?
They masturbate it.
Pew, 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 pew. It's actually their little udders are actually little antenna on the top. They go pew, 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 pew.
I feel like
early in the morning.
I feel like you have to sexually assault a snail.
You don't have to do that.
I am not okay with that.
Now I feel dirty using this. Now I feel like I'm perpetuating snail rape culture or something. I'm sorry.
It's upsetting to think about how they're extracting this from the snails, although I don't like snails.
No.
Yeah.
I would never step on one, but I wouldn't be opposed to running over one with a car without knowing it.
Yeah.
I used to step on them when I was a kid. I like the crunchy noise.
What?
I was terrified. It was middle school. It was a rough time.
It was a different time. It was a different time.
Not being a murderer like you are.
I mean, we're so old. It was basically the Middle Ages. We didn't know any better.
Yeah, we didn't.
How could we have known? How could we possibly have known?
Yeah, why don't you go out into the road and don't touch any plague victims and then step on some snails for a while so mama can, prostitute herself and then also make stew. It was like that.
It was like that.
Why haven't one of us written that book?
I don't. That's basically in 5 years. Let's have that done. Okay, Veronica, that was a great intro. Let's intro our next co-host would be Bonnie Burton. Sure,
hi,
lady.
Hi, how's it going? I just went through all my moisturizer show and tell. I don't have anything else. My dog.
Why did you have them right there though? That's my question.
I went and grabbed them when you guys were talking about because I never get to talk beauty products with anyone because I am so not I'm a beauty school dropout basically. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. But this stuff I'm obsessed with because Japantown in San Francisco has all these stores that sell them and I'm obsessed with those masks. I just put them on most of the time I just have a mask on to moisturize. This is the first time in a while I don't have anything on my face that isn't moisturizing it as we talk.
I mean, both
Bonnie,
of you have
we match.
excellent skin.
Look, we match. We're wearing a black V-neck t-shirt and our glasses and our red lipstick.
I feel like I'm the before picture and you're
oh my God. I don't have a badass necklace though. I didn't wear any jewelry today.
Well, yeah, except this unicorn. I don't know if you could tell, but there's a red mark right here because the horn keeps poking me in the throat. So
I do. I can see that. Actually,
a jerk.
So they are. I was trying to wear something that wasn't Star Wars jewelry for a change or Sherlock related, and of course I pick a unicorn, and it's killing me right now. So
I'm wearing a Star Wars T-shirt that I wear to bed. So
okay, cool. Well,
you're just ready to roll onto the bed after this.
I mean,
yeah, I'm in my pajamas.
There's Jabba the Hutt. There's the Jabba the Hutt body pillow. You can sort of see him.
He's big.
Yeah, he's Sophie usually sleeps on him, but she's on her dog bed off to the side because she's got arthritis and doesn't want to move around much. So she's on a lot of meds. I took her for a walk earlier, and it was I felt like I have a new roommate that's really into fish and Grateful Dead and can't move.
Aww.
But she's happy. She's on pills that make her, a little bit more fluid. It's just she's kind of stumbly because she's 15 and whatever.
Yeah, old doggy.
I'm in denial about all of it. I'm just assuming it's a phase. So
mommy, you're a good mommy.
I Oh, and then I injured myself coming up the stairs at the beginning of the week. Have you ever pulled a muscle on your leg and you heard it pop?
Yes.
That's what happened to me. And I was like, great. Okay, well, and I was carrying a bag of Epsom salts. So if anything, that was all kinds of meta.
It's like you knew.
At least you were prepared. Yeah.
So anyway, that's my long introduction.
No, it's good. It was good. All good information. Your dog, and then you had. You to segue in from you to Kyla. You have the beauty products from Veronica to you. What are we going to segue into you, Kyla, who is our third co-host?
Hi, and thanks to everyone. I was gonna make mojitos tonight, but we are broke right now, so we couldn't go get the stuff. It's like right before payday, so I was like, never mind, cheap vodka and whatever. So that happened. I feel sad. Other than that, I just had a baby. Her name is Calliope.
Right this minute.
And,
hey, are you stealing baby thunder?
Oh my God, you're stealing my baby thunder, bitch.
I know. I'm just kidding. No.
I like how we went from baby feet to baby thunder. Mm-hmm. That's good.
No, I'm just, I'm here. I'm, God, I've, you guys been watching Legion? I don't know. I'm a mom.
Yes,
there's a lot of
Legion, guys, I don't know about Legion.
I love Legion. I'm obsessed.
Legion is the best show on television right now.
I know. I'm obsessed with Legion. We could do a whole podcast on Legion later. Like I'm obsessed with Legion. I've watched every episode on Hulu, I think at least 5 times in a row, just to find all like the Easter eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
And also Dan Stevens is super dreamy. So
I like the first couple. There's a couple episodes. The last couple episodes before the last one were just like, why is this so obtuse? Like it's just I don't understand what's going on.
It feels like Wes Anderson and Stanley Kubrick, are making a Marvel TV show.
Okay,
but at the same time, it's interesting to me because I don't.
Bonnie, it's my introduction.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, damn. She was stealing my baby thunder. That's why.
That's true. So I do deserve that. Let's talk about this. But can I give my opinion first?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because I got into an argument accidentally with some CBS producer on Facebook in some thread who was like, "Are you all on shrooms? This show is terrible." And I was like, "Okay, look. Okay, Noah Hawley, who does Fargo. He's, the one directing it and everything. And he really, really connected to the Legion character in a way that he connected to Syd Barrett, which is why the girl's name is Syd Barrett. Syd Barrett from Pink Floyd. And then wanted it to be like Dark Side of the Moon, which is the one that is all about, like, am I crazy? I'm on drugs. What's going on here? Like it's that. So he wanted it to get that feeling. So he's got that. Plus, if you read Legion, then you've already got, like it's all very obtuse. But what's really cool is that they give so many clues if you go and do your research. And I love that because I love a show that doesn't talk down to me. And I said that when I responded to him because I felt like he was talking down to me and I thought maybe he might get that, but probably not. And then, but also I love it. It's like a mystery. And so it was great for me. Like I figured out this isn't a spoiler. It's all over the internet. It's Shadow King. I've been obsessed with the Marvel kid characters because to me, like, it's like I want to draw a thing, with like the pantheon, there's the gods and there's the demigods. And so all the kids of the original X-Men, I'm so fascinated with them. And so I'm fascinated with Legion and what's going on here. But I'm also fascinated with like the colors of the show, the fact that when he finally breaks out and can have his powers because it's, he can, I won't go too far into that, but he's got a yellow triangle on his t-shirt, which looks like the one from Dark Side of the Moon, but also means caution, also means yellow eyes.
Well, see, Kyla, you need to do a blog to tell me all these Easter eggs because I did pick up some of it, but not all of that. So.
Yeah, and there's even more than that. I mean, Summerland.
I know I just rambled. So
no. I mean, like
good.
A good thing too is Summerland is the name for the Native American concept of afterlife, and astral plane, and Clockworks is about Jungian psychology. And there's just so many little tiny things that are good about that. But just a quick thing, Kyla, if you really like kids stories, like stories about the kids in Marvel, Runaways is going to be amazing.
Oh, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Thank you for bringing that up.
And so James Marsters is in it. So
I know. I just saw that. I was like, what?
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be awesome, but that doesn't happen for a while.
One of the 3 to 4 people from Buffy that saw me cry.
Oh,
and that's weird. It's a weird situation. I don't know.
Okay, you'll have to tell that story later. Okay, my turn. I had a baby.
Yay!
And my friend went to England and gave me this Calliope Maeve custom necklace. Isn't that the cutest thing?
That's really cute.
Oh my God.
I mean, am I that person now who's wearing a picture? I mean, I always kind of look contemptuously at women who wore their daughters' names around their neck, and I'm doing it, and I'm totally happy with it.
No, you should be thrilled by it. Remember, I was the one who was like, why do people post pictures of their kids every single day more than once?
I know.
It's all I do.
I don't do any online. I mean, I did a couple, but I'm like, I don't want to exploit my baby. Although somebody just sent me a bunch of Princess Awesome dresses, and I'm going to pose the hell out of her and post a picture.
Nice.
Because it's such a cute little dress with the rockets on it. Anyway.
But you see, you're famous, and I am not, so I'm not as worried. But once he gets to probably in another year, I'm not gonna post pictures.
Yeah, it's like a weird tipping point of like, well, if they can talk, maybe they can't give consent to be a public figure. I don't know. Is that weird?
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, I do have tons of good pictures on my phone, but I'm not gonna. I'll post another one soon. But anyway, this is the first time I've actually done anything public since the baby at the end of January. I tried to go to a birthday party 3 days ago, and I had a panic attack on the way out. So it's okay. It's just I've been cooped up in the house, so when somebody comes to visit me, I'm like, hey, friend, I'm just crazy.
Yeah, me too.
You're an adult. Hey, come visit.
And we should clarify the reason that we're not hanging out with Calliope right now is because she's asleep, which is why we're doing the show an hour later.
Yeah, so we might have to push back. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming video games. It'll have to be really late if I do it after, because she goes to bed at 8, and it takes an hour to put her to bed. But hopefully that'll be smaller as we go forward.
It will. It will. At this point with Shepherd, it takes about 2 seconds. I'm talking.
Oh, you just dump him?
It takes a minute. No,
right?
Just go into the bedroom, turn the owl thing on with the lights and the sounds, and he with his puppy baby drinks a couple sips of milk, and then he pushes it away and he points at the crib. And we're like, all right, there you go, bye.
You're like, get out. Okay. Emily Pruna says there are actually whole studies about how parents posting too much about their babies is bad for them. I want to see that study, Emily. But no, we have so many people in chat. We have a lot of humans in chat, which is Team Human is
Hi humans.
Yes, we have Dread Chupacabra, Finley Shards, we have Chewy Sugar is made a couple comments about other people having babies.
The Tamarinian.
Yeah, we got a lot of regular people. So yeah, we're celebrating the club, so we should do some
Shepherd versus Ryder, who is best. Is he talking about Ryder from Paw Patrol?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I
Okay.
don't know what that is. Joey Couture, I'm sure Sean Sandalookie Look is here. And thank you for Sean for keeping you are a treasure, a national vaginal treasure, Sean Sandalookie Look. He kept the club going while we were on hiatus for a couple months. He is the most organized mod. He keeps everything, and I don't have an assistant anymore to help me with the thing. So everything you do is appreciated. So you are the honorary Vag fan host this time, Sean. Thank you very much. So okay, so he actually started a couple of threads of some awesome questions you guys have, and I'm going to be throwing them out. And there were 3 polls that were conducted on the forum of everybody, and I think we should probably discuss the first one, then we'll go to do some questions, and we'll discuss the second one. How does that sound, guys?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. No more Vaginal Fantasy assistant. First world problems. It's true, Tamaranian. I had an assistant at Geek and Sundry, but I don't have that anymore. So Jackie moved on, and there's no replacement. So.
And she moved on to better things. We didn't kill her.
Oh, no. She's wonderful.
Yeah. She's still alive.
She's alive in Los Angeles. I don't want to tell you where she lives.
I may have killed her.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Not again.
I just love too hard.
I just hugged her and she smothered. I always worry that
Is this why you guys haven't invited me to meet any of your babies? That must be why. I just love too hard.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so the first poll that I wanted to give a shout out to is the best sexy times from the first 5 years. Now, this was a very close. It was a close poll. Okay, I'm gonna read the books out. Kushal's Dart, Outlander, Romancing This. This is the order in which we're set from sexiest to least. No. Okay, I'm gonna do the top 10. And I'm going to go from
wait. Is this the sexiest or least sexiest?
No, this is the sexiest, but I'm going to go like number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Okay. So I just picked mine and wrote mine out. Was this, did they put every book we've read in this poll and then people selected them, or just like the good?
I think Sean may have somehow narrowed it down in some arcane, awesome, intricate manner.
Cool.
So I think it was narrowed down from the hundreds of books we've read to like a top 10, and then everyone voted on a top 10. So the 10th was Promise of Fire as a write-in, and I don't think we read that book, so that must have been the author. Driven was 2 votes.
Really? Sexy? Okay.
Really?
That was, remember, that was the ice truck apocalyptic.
Yes. Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had the fights.
The fights and the ice truckness.
Yeah.
I don't think that sex was very good. Ghost Planet was voted for. I think that was some pretty good sexy times.
There's a couple scenes in there.
Yeah, a couple scenes. It wasn't that racy. Master of Crows was one of my favorite books that we've read, and that had some good sexy times. That is number 7. Kiss of Steel, which was the London steampunk. I don't remember the.
We didn't read that. I don't think we read that.
That must have been an alt.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these might be alts because we haven't read all the alts.
So many of them sound the same.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
I mean, it's all about effing.
Yeah.
Romance and effing. 9 Rules to Break when Romancing a Rake. That was Dirty Bird. That was
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was funny.
Okay.
I mean, I think that Sarah McLean, especially, we should read another one of her books because she does steamy right. Like, there's a lot of steam in all her books. That is, if you're going to go for a straight historical romance, I think she's the best author. Next was the Magpie Lord, which is kind of like Master of Crows. I got those confused. The Magpie Lord was the gay one.
The guy, dude on dude, yeah.
Dude on dude.
That one was pretty hot too.
Oh, yeah, like that.
I remember he was pretty violent with the guy over a desk.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was some problematic maybe.
Yeah. Well, it was good. It was just I was worried that he was going to maybe impale his face on a letter opener or something.
Oh, on a letter opener?
Oh, that happens.
Is that
what he was going to impale his face on?
It's like a letter. It's the same. It's like a
okay.
Metaphor.
I've been drinking some fine whiskey here.
We didn't say what we were drinking.
Oh yeah, what are you drinking? Well, I'm not drinking yet because I'm paranoid about
Still
my baby waking
the
up and maybe
stuff.
getting drunk. Okay, so maybe in a couple months she'll be like regular, and I'll be like,
"You're so funny." I'd just be like, "Whatever, baby's asleep. Time to drink." But Jesse was home. I mean, I wasn't.
You've got a plan B.
I'm precious about my boobs. It took so much work to get them to work in the first place. I'm like, calm down, babies. You just do your thing. I don't want to disrupt anything down there.
Absolutely, I would have been the same way. I didn't breastfeed because I'm.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. Believe me, I'm envious. Anyway, but it's good. It's great, guys.
I'm selfish.
Yeah. And then okay, so next, Pleasure Unbound. That was the one. That was the horrible book that had crazy graphic sex. Remember that one?
Was that the one who was blind? No, that was different.
Don't remember.
It was really I don't think you finished it because it was about, remember, it was the demon hospital and people just had sex in alleys.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was the unhygienic. It was very unhygienic sex.
Yeah.
I think maybe you were gone that month or something.
No,
Yeah, it was.
The name sounds vaguely familiar. I think I read that one.
It was dirty.
One. Okay.
I don't know.
Were we talking about what we were drinking?
Oh yeah, we're talking about what we were drinking.
I'm drinking Hibiki, Japanese whiskey.
Oh,
Ooh.
How is that?
Oh, it's great. It's great. And my mom got me these fancy
I was about to ask about
glasses.
what's the deal with the whiskey glass?
So these are a special, I'm so sad I can't remember the name. Maybe someone in chat will remember the name, but they're like, you can watch like videos of the glass blowing like tutorials on YouTube and stuff, and they're really nice.
Oh,
And and kind of like funnel the scent up to the top.
Yeah, like the
really
other
pretty.
kind, the Glen whatever the other one.
Glenlivet,
just any Glen. But the other whiskey glasses with that look.
Yeah, these are nice.
Yeah.
I'll post them on the internet sometime.
They almost look like Deckard Blade Runner glasses a little bit.
Even better.
Even better. I'm drinking Riesling in my put a tire bottle in one glass.
I love
and the Riesling's called Beck's.
Oh.
I thought I'd try it. It's pretty good.
I know an actress named Bex.
Yeah, me too.
Her wine? I wonder if that is her wine.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that cool.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyway, that's what I got. It's a product of Germany. It's a Germany Riesling. So
is Bex a word in something for? I mean, I know a little bit of German, but I don't know the word.
Oh
Bex.
Crap! I hope not. Like, I hope I'm not drinking some Nazi wine and I don't realize it.
No, there were a way to look it up.
I saw Bloody Albatross in the chat, and he's in Vienna, I believe, and that's really early in the morning. Sorry, you guys, if you're in Europe, it's really late.
Yeah,
Taylor Klaus. Yeah, that's true.
One of these days we'll do it Saturday morning, so our European fans will get some love.
My baby is awake during the day. I don't know what to do. I can't stream.
No.
I don't know what to do.
No, you can't.
Can't you just put him in a crib or something?
No, she needs me.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, if she like feeds on demand. Yeah, she feeds on demand, so it's like I'm hungry.
I need you.
But don't they like eventually when they're not crying and they're not eating and they're not peeing, don't they just kind of sit around?
Well, you're supposed to, and when they're awake and alert, you're supposed to like, hey, here's a neuron. Like, develop that neuron.
Not all the time. If you do that too much, they'll burn out, won't they?
No. Is she able to be on like a play mat yet, or is she still just in like a little bassinet thing, like in the?
No. I could stick her on the play mat. I just, I could put her there.
I'm just wondering. No, you wouldn't be able to do anything. I'm just saying.
Give her own little VR thing.
I was just curious.
Don't you be the worst mom?
I know. I'm just curious.
What? I don't know.
Also, I wanted to ask this question because Shepard's little awesome thing that he sat in, in the living room, the round thing, and he'd just be in there and sleeping and stuff. But it had a thing over the top with like little dangly bears or whatever. Oh. And once he could finally almost reach them and he'd start batting at them, but he couldn't get them, he'd get so mad, like, fuck those bears. Fuck this shit.
You just hit him?
He just gets so angry.
Wow.
So we had to take the thing off. Yikes. And it was the same way with the playmat. He's like, fuck these dangly things. I don't like them.
He makes me think of like that cat that like knocks shit off, like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck this too.
Fuck this.
That cat gif. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
That's exactly how he was. He's not like that anymore.
Okay, so what are you drinking? What are you drinking before we finish the poll?
I'm just drinking straight. This is straight vodka. Is that a lot?
What the fuck?
Oh my god, I love you, Kyla.
That's
Wait,
water.
what?
That is water. I'm drinking the same thing I always drink.
Oh, okay, I was about
vodka and some kind of sody thing.
That should make me that I actually believed that was vodka.
I did. I believed it.
I should have
totally
just gone with it.
Yeah.
What? Is this bad?
No, but I love this since it's in a mason jar. It looks like you like moonshined it yourself.
Yeah.
But
you just made that shit in your backyard.
I'm at home a lot, so I just created a still.
When I first moved to LA, I took a lot of like extension classes just because I like learning, and I took a evil in literature class, and there was this woman. She was like the really short, like Asian woman with big glasses, maybe maybe in her 50s, and she would sit in the front row, and she looked sleepy all the time. And I was like, oh, this is weird. I wonder why she's in the class. She wouldn't participate. She just kind of like was sleepy in the front row. One day, she always had a huge water bottle. And one day her water bottle fell over and rolled toward me, and I went to pick it up to give it to her, and the whiff of alcohol that hit me in the face, I think it was pure vodka.
Wow.
I'm sure it was.
I think
Should I also say that is like the most Felicia thing you ever said? Like, I was taking my evil in literature like community college class because I like to learn.
Well, I'm not going to judge because I actually took 5 of those online master classes last year. And when I was doing my taxes, I was like, why did I take the master class on filmmaking with Herzog? Like, I'm never going to make a film, but I took a master class online for Werner Herzog's.
Well, that's if you're gonna take one, that's a good one to take.
I mean, I also took Aaron Sorkin's Mr. I don't.
Oh, was that good? Was that good one?
But now it's like he's in the Aaron Sorkin's in the news because he's like, oh, is it not easy for Black people and Hispanic people and women to get jobs? I saw that.
I was like,
and it's like, come on, dude.
What? You said that? I've just been busy with
He was on one of those Paley. He was in one of those Paley Fest interview things, and people asked him about diversity in entertainment, and he's like, "What? What's so hard?" Says the white dude.
And he's like, basically, like, who cares? Life is meaningless. I'm Werner Herzog.
Well, no, that was that was Aaron Sorkin.
Oh, it was Aaron Sorkin said that? Oh, it would have been much funnier if it was like, life is meaningless.
No, Herzog.
We're all going into a dark abyss.
The best quote from his class was he said, from Herzog's class was, he said, storyboards are for cowards.
No wonder no one watches the guy's movie.
That was my favorite. That's amazing.
Pardon me if I make that my new Twitter bio.
I know.
I mean, and the whole class.
For cowards.
The whole class was like that. He's like, you don't need film school. You know, films are for the people. Any director that goes to film school is lying. You know, it's like,
that's the guy giving everybody a film school. Like,
everyone film school is like, wait,
what? Yeah.
Am I here?
Yeah. And then Shonda Rhimes has a class too. So I understand.
Oh, I want to do that.
Deadmau5 does a master class. Or Deadmau5.
Deadmau5.
What do the kids call him? Who? It's like an electronic music master class.
Can you do that one, Veronica? And you can spin us some tunes while we're
give us your rap game.
Yeah. My rap game.
That's
what Deadmau5 does.
I don't.
Is that what they call him? Deadmau5?
No, I'm just fucking.
You gotta spit your game. I guess that's all I know.
Is that what the kids say? I feel like that Steve Buscemi graph when he's like that animated gif of him walking through the hallway with the skateboard.
Hello, kids.
Hello, kids. I would like to buy some marijuana.
Guys, I know it's Deadmau5. I'm just trying to act like an old, okay? God, I can't even joke anymore without people like, well, actually, Belmont, it's...
Joey Couture is like throwing old quotes from Vaginal Fantasy in chat. They're very, very funny.
Oh, God, I'm scared.
All right, let's finish this poll, and then we can do some of the... There are a lot of questions.
Okay.
Number 4 was Romancing the Duke, which was... That was that one where the girl was, it was like cosplay. I didn't think that was as hot as others, but that's number 3 with the Outlander is number 2. And Kushal's Dart is the number 1 voted best sexy time for the first 5 years, which was my vote as well.
That was mine as well. And mine as well.
I'm still gonna be pro Cthulhu Erotica until the day I die. Sorry, ladies. I think for best bang for your short story buck.
Are you serious?
I think that's so funny because you were like not cool. You like
I was totally cool. It wasn't me. You're not thinking of me. Me and Bonnie were pro Cthulhu Erotica. It was Felicia that wasn't into it.
I don't like tentacles.
Yeah.
I would have voted for Cthulhu. Cthulhu Erotica wasn't on the list. I would have voted for it.
Oh, Chewy Sugar, because of Vaginal Fantasy, I got my first tattoo inspired by Kushal's Dart.
Did you?
That's dope.
That's
cool. Did she get the rose? On her back?
She has to tweet it. She should tweet it.
Yeah, tweet a picture of it at Vaginal Fantasy.
I mean, that would be like, I don't want to
to
upset her if like this is like not what she got, but I feel like if you get a Kushal's Dart tattoo and it's not the tattoo, you're just going to suffer that question for your entire life being like, oh, is it this thing on the back? And like, no, actually, it's just a picture of Phaedra's face on my wrist. And you're like, what? So I'm not judging. I'm just saying you're going to get that question
Jocelyn. That's all I cared about. I don't know.
I know, Jocelyn. She got Phaedra's mark down her arm. That sounds beautiful.
Oh, that would be really pretty.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
By the way, Veronica, thank you for saying Cthulhu. I would say Cthulhu. I didn't know we could vote off the list or like other books that weren't listed, but I'm pro Cthulhu.
You just have to not read the instructions and the emails that Felicia sends and just make your own choices about things, and then you feel like an original.
Okay. All right. Then I changed my vote. It's Cthulhu all the way.
All right, you guys can do that. I was just going by Sean's poll, but it's still Kushal's Dart is one of my favorite books of all time.
Totally.
Yeah, and I'm going to stick with that too, and I feel like that is one of the first things that Felicia and I bonded about.
I know it was, and we were like, but and also she has a brand new book out, but it's it looks depressing because it's about Caliban and what's her face from The Tempest, and I'm like, oh, that's not going to end well.
It never ends well.
I know. So I'm kind of like, I don't want to read it because I don't want to be sad because then I won't have enough milk in my boobies.
Wait, is that how that works?
I don't know, maybe.
No, but if you have a beer, you'll get a lot of milk in your boobies.
I know, but I don't drink beer. I think it's disgusting. It's like drinking a piece of bread. It's so gross.
It's like I ate dinner. I'm done.
I thought you liked bread.
I like bread. I don't like beer. I don't like liquid bread.
Have you ever had chocolate beer? Because that's not bready. That's more chocolatey.
No.
Like chocolate stout? Try chocolate stout. And you'll change your mind.
No, she won't. If she doesn't like beer, she's not going to go straight to
I don't like beer. I don't like beer. The only beer I like are stouts and Guinness. That's it. I don't drink any other kind of beer.
I like IPAs a lot.
Do you drink beer? IPAs. I heard that's what Will, I think, likes. Veronica, do you drink beer?
Yeah, I don't. There's actually I haven't met a beer I don't like. No, honestly, like I haven't like. There's like I like some beers more than others, but I've never been like, ugh, this beer. So
I have, because Jesse and I are like complete opposites. Like Jesse drinks only cheap beer. He's such a hipster. He just like it's only like Miller Lite or PBR or whatever. Right, and Pabst, and I, if I'm gonna drink beer, it's gonna be an IPA and one of the good ones, and so we, and he's like, but they're $3 more.
I only drink beer that pairs well with ice cream. So
stout, seriously,
stout and Guinness, and the Woot Stout that Will Wheaton did with Stone Brewery is very, very good. It's like dessert beer.
Has he done an IPA?
I don't know if he has. Yeah, Vandalize. Anne and I did the Vandalize thing where you put googly eyes on everything, which now apparently everybody's doing. And he did.
That is the beer I need to drink.
Yeah, so it's Vandalize IPA from Stone Brewery. Yeah,
I'll do that.
There you go. Little ad.
Back to the questions.
Back to the question. Okay, we have a lot of questions. We're not gonna be able to get through all of them, but we have some really good ones. The first one is from Candy in My Heels. What has surprised you in the course of the past 5 years of Vaginal Fantasy? I have to go pee because I forgot to pee because I was like putting the baby down. But I'll be back. You guys do this question and I'll get to it when I get back and finish peeing. Okay.
I guess that our livers haven't failed.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Well. I'm a little worried about mine. I don't know. I'm gonna be not.
You know what? I've been surprised about our quirks. Like
our quirks.
In a million years, I would have never thought that you would have been pro Cthulhu, like sexy times, Veronica. I know you do sword and laser. I know you're the queen of sci-fi. I know that you're like. But honestly, I thought maybe my picks. Every time I pick a book, I don't feel like it's intellectual or cultured enough sometimes for the group, and so when you like something I pick, I get excited. And here's the thing, I don't pick things on purpose I don't think people like. It's just I'm not a romance book type of person. I always go for books that are weird and quirky and things that people either look at the title and go, what the hell is this, like Taken by T-Rex. I picked that. I knew it was going to be bad, but I picked it because it was hilarious, and I picked Cthulhu Erotica because it was different, and then I picked Story of O because that was almost the exact opposite of quirky. It was a book about the S&M scene that's taught in schools, like taught in college, as like kind of a primer for S&M romance or whatever. And that was an interesting thing. So I try to do different stuff, but I always think I'm picking a book that no one's gonna like.
Well, I mean, I think it's, when you read we all read a ton of books, and I guess Sword and Laser tends to try to pick stuff that people are going to like or find interesting too. But, we reread a lot of, sometimes just on accident, we read a lot of things that are kind of tropey, or we read things that are popular and are popular because they're in a similar style as other things that were popular or whatever. We try not to do that. But I think what I like about this club is that it makes me read things that I probably wouldn't have picked up otherwise. And I'm often so pleasantly surprised by how either funny they are or sexy or just creative. So I think there's a lot in that too.
Well, thanks to Kyla, I would never pick up a historical romance or a period romance that doesn't have some sort of monster stuck in it. And so the fact that she picks these things and I read them, because I read all of her books because I want to give them a chance, I've actually become more Like I actually am more excited about them. And I actually watched Outlander because it was our book. Like I wouldn't normally watch that show, but because we read it and I got into it, so thank you all for having me read books that don't automatically have a werewolf or a vampire in it. Or Cthulhu or T-Rex. So thanks.
That is so sweet.
Is it my turn to go?
Kyla hasn't gone yet either.
Okay, go.
Nice to you, Kyla.
Go, Kyla.
Okay. Wait, what was the question?
What has surprised you the most?
What has surprised me the most?
Besides our bladders still working.
Okay.
Oh my God, it was bad. I mean, if you saw my tweets, I already had issues down there.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, I understand. The pooping. So the pooping. Okay, so number one, I think the thing that surprised me the most was, do you remember how quiet I was for like the first 8 years or whatever of the show?
We've been here 25 years.
Yes. Okay, so what surprised me is how vocal I have become. So this is about me. But I am surprised about that, and I do I attribute that to becoming more comfortable with it, but also just you guys were so pushy. No, you were so supportive and pushing me to be, you always are anyway, it's about everything in my life, but pushing me to be like, come on, talk, Jesus Christ, Kyla. So, and now I'm just like, hey, I have a lot of shit to talk about. Come here, over here, Kyla. So there's that. And then the other thing that surprises me is that we're still on, and we still all just love each other. Like I know, group hug. But I mean, come on, like it's really good. It's good, like lady love, and don't take that in a weird way, but maybe do. I don't know. And then those things I love you all, and then and then the other thing is that I have read some books that I would not have otherwise, especially Bonnie's, and I did not expect to like the Cthulhu erotica, and some of them freaked me out. And, don't be like Sean Spicering me and like going back and seeing what I said like 2 years ago when we read it, but I do remember that I did like some of them, and I liked the weird spacey creepy thing that was happening, because I never really knew what the deal was with H.P. Lovecraft. So those are my things. And
Yay.
Weird about talking about my emotions. So it's your turn.
It was good. We all have virtual group hug. Virtual group hug.
Also, wait, one more thing. I did not expect any of us to have a baby. And half of us have now.
We have fur babies.
Yeah, everyone has fur babies. Babies are.
My fur baby just farted really bad too. So. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh God.
Golden
farts.
I guess the one thing that surprised me is how many people were okay. How many people had not read books like this, like me, and then got into the genre, and how diverse the crowd is. So, because we have men and we have women and we have people from all over the world. And I love how everyone takes the initiative to put little groups together around the world together to read, having their local groups and things like that, which I really love. Because we can't, the four of us, this is really a hobby for us. We don't really devote a lot of time building it into this big thing, which we could, but we just don't have the time or bandwidth of it. And the fact that the community drives a lot is really around like books that have some sex in them. Like it's weird, but an awesome thing to be a part of. And I think it's kind of the best of the internet, where you don't have to, you just have to like please the people around you. You don't have to please everybody. And I think, I only started reading these books because I got a Kindle and I was embarrassed to read them my whole life. And so when I got my Kindle, I started downloading them and reading them in secret. And I shared my love of them with Kyla. And that's how the group started, was because I was ashamed of them. And now it's kind of fun to be able to say, well, I read romance books. They're not the only books I read, but I read them amongst other ones, and I don't have to be ashamed of it. And I think you shouldn't have to be ashamed of it, and the authors should be proud of the things they make because people enjoy it. So I don't know.
And also, I think we took the pretentiousness out of book clubs. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people start book clubs and then they almost become like this. One of two things happens. Either it's just a book club where no one reads the books and it's just an excuse to get away from their husbands so they could drink heavily in someone's living room, or, which is totally fine, or it's a book club. I'm not saying ours is like that. I'm just saying general book clubs. Or it's a book club where everyone tries to one-up each other on book knowledge. And I feel like with our book club, it's fun. You don't even have to read the books to watch our show because we go on so many tangents and whatever. I mean, that's what you do when you're with your friends. So for me, it's less of a book club show and more of I'm getting together with my friends and talking about cool stuff for an hour. And then everyone just tags along to talk about, to see what we're reading, but also to see what interests us in movies and television and politics and culture. And it becomes like this fun gathering that we do once a month where we can like catch up, but also talk about stuff we love.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. And then a lot of people find Veronica's book club Sword and Laser through this, or people have found us through Sword and Laser. And it's cool to have, we all have our passions and we have our projects, and it's really awesome to have a community that bridges a lot of our different things that we do for fun, because we're all doing it together. And there's some awesome comments in the chat. A big shout out to all of our mods and our community leaders who keep everything going. It's including Sean Sandaluki-Lick.
Oh, yes. Someday in 5 years, maybe we'll remember how to say his name.
Nah,
I feel like saying his name is now tradition.
No, that's just it's our way.
Yeah. That's like how we could never pronounce Kyla's last name for like 3 years, 4 years. I don't know. If you go back and look at our old videos, every time we did introductions, we had a different pronunciation.
It's cake bees, right?
Right, it is. It's cake bees. Okay. That's my name, and I only serve cakes to
Castle Bus.
Castle Bus.
Yeah.
I still think
Castle Bus.
I still think you should change your last name to Cat Dragon. That's just me.
Yes.
Oh, I totally would.
Kyla Cat Dragon sounds really good.
That is a good name.
But Veronica won't marry me.
Oh.
Yeah, in 5 years that will be different. In 5 years that might be different. Okay, we're gonna do the poll, and then Sean reminded me I need to do a shout out for local groups, and then we'll do a couple more questions, God, because we could talk for hours, guys, but we're almost.
Oh my God.
Okay, our least favorite vaginal fantasy novel of the past 5 years. We have a lot of write-ins. I'm going to just do the top 10.
Okay.
This is our least favorite vaginal fantasy. Grey Walker. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Really, Grey Walker?
6, 7, 8.
I didn't think Grey Walker was so bad.
I loved Grey Walker.
It was kind of like didn't offend me. Didn't really do much for me. It was just it was fun.
I don't remember any of these books. Did we read books? I don't remember.
Dark Fever was the next one, and that is an irritating series that I read all of, so I get why people would not like Dark Fever. Cthulhu Erotica is next.
Fuck!
Whatever.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. Takes all kinds.
I like it. We have controversy. You guys need to pick more controversial books. Find more tentacle porn.
Good people have something to talk about.
Silver on the Road I was surprised. People like the ones that have a lot of sex, because Silver on the Road didn't really have romance in it.
Was that the zombie one?
No, that was the one with the girl and the god. It was the Western. And she was like wandering the desert.
Like, she started in the town, and the god was like the bar owner, like the saloon owner.
And she was like, and I'm gonna be.
I'm 17, but I act like I'm in my 40s or whatever.
Minor, but now I gotta put on a dress, like that.
Yeah, that was
it. Not like that at all. But I just downloaded the second one of that series, so it really wasn't a good vaginal fantasy book because it didn't have strong romance. I will admit. Okay, next, Assassin in Love. That was not. Listen, where is the Flame of the Arrow is on here. Thank God. Okay, Hunter's Claim was next, which I don't even remember Hunter's Claim, to be honest with you.
Was that the crap? What's her name? The one that does this.
I don't see it. I
the forest with the fairies and the things.
No. Hunter's Claim. It looks terrible.
Oh, I didn't like the Forest with the Fairies one. What was that one? We just read that one. I didn't like.
Daughter of the Forest.
The Flame and the Arrow. That
Flame and the Arrow. I fucking hated that book. Yeah, okay, that was.
Whoa, really?
That was probably the worst book we've ever read. I mean, it was so bad.
I don't know. Ill Wind wasn't so great.
No,
Ill Wind was named Ill Wind. That is like the funniest name.
I mean, all I remember from Ill Wind
and Dragon Actually, those two.
Oh, but Dragon Actually was great because he had a library full of books. He was a dragon with his own library.
It's not even on the list, Dragon Actually. I don't think not enough people were like old school enough to remember that.
All right.
Story of O was my least favorite, and that's why I voted for it, because I literally, to this day, cannot think about a butthole without thinking of that thing stretching out her butthole.
Oh,
Here's the thing about Story of O. It's not even half as bad as Story of I. Story of the I. So let's put that one. I might put that one in an a future alt, just to scar you even further.
Someone mentioned Megan on the chat mentions Flesh. Flesh was bad.
What was Flesh?
Was that the zombie one?
Flesh was the zombie one with the scene. And that was on my pick for most memorable sex scene. Was the birthday? What do they call it? Eiffel Tower or whatever? They no, it wasn't an Eiffel Tower. It was like the double, the DP.
Right,
it was the DP.
Yeah, they finally did the DP at the end, but they still were not. They were not graphic enough about it. I'm like, if you're gonna,
they were plenty graphic, Kyla.
Well,
so I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I never finished the book. So I didn't finish the book. And so you guys were talking about the scene or something. And so after the show, I just get right on my phone. I'm like, Kyla, what page does that scene start on?
And I'm like, okay, it's right here.
She's like, you gotta look for this.
Oh man.
Was that the one where they're DPing it and then they're like, I want to put a baby in you?
Yeah. No, there was already allegedly a baby up in there.
Yeah, it didn't matter. She was already.
I mean, of all the zombie sex books we've read, I mean, at least there's. I mean, I liked White Trash Zombie, but then it ruined Frappuccinos for me. So.
Oh yeah, I mean,
right? Because the brain matter, the brain. I mean, I watch iZombie and I love that show and I love the comic. And there's certain things that now I can't think of sriracha sauce now without thinking about eating brains. But
oh God, please don't tell me that because I love sriracha and I don't want to.
Well, I mean, ruin it. I'm just saying, if any of us become zombies and you have to eat brains, sriracha sauce makes it better.
You just ruined it.
Okay, so Flesh was number 2, and the number 1 least favorite voted by the forum was Taken by the T-Rex.
Oh, okay, that's okay. I mean, here's the thing: I picked it because I knew people would, and that wasn't even a main pick. That was an alt pick. Our main pick was the Nina Bangs book.
Oh yeah! Oh
right?
my God!
So Nina Bangs.
The Nina Bangs book, where it's what's it called? I don't remember the name of the book, but it's the.
Wait, was Nina Bangs the Dragon Actually one?
No. Nina Bangs
was another dinosaur one, right? It was
it was
brooding dinosaurs.
It was I'm looking it up right now. It's the dinosaur book where it's the hot guys and they turn into dinosaurs.
Yeah, they live in dinosaurs. And they're a pack. They're a pack of dinosaurs, and everyone's a different.
It's called Eternal Craving.
Yes, that was the worst.
And it was hot guys that turn into dinosaurs that battle vampires.
Okay, so in the chat room, Georgina just said eternal pleasure. Chewy Sugar said an eternal craving, and the Tamarine says eternal hunger.
Well, here's
it's one of those.
I think she calls all of them in the series. I think they have eternal
something.
So you're all right. You're all right.
I guess we read both. I guess we read or they read, at least for alt-wise, Eternal Pleasure and Eternal Craving, which I guess were different books.
Okay. They were different books, but Taken by T-Rex was an alt, and then I did a vlog review over on our YouTube where I used a T-Rex puppet.
That was really a lot of work you did, and I really admire that.
And then an action figure to show how the sex actually worked in the book. So go back and take a look at that. It's in our alt vlog section. But I picked that because the Jurassic World was coming out, and I had to be, on top.
It was good. It was a good pick. It was a good pick.
Yeah, that was good.
And it was a top-rated book on Amazon eBooks for, monster sex.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that's a small category, but.
And there is a whole monster erotica ebook section of Amazon. I encourage you all to check out, just from the titles.
All right.
I mean, in our favor, none of us have read any Chuck Tingle books, so we didn't read.
I know. I feel kind of bad about that now.
Should we do a Tingle? Should we do
a
Tingle?
I'm partial to the sex, the erotica with Clippy.
With Clippy?
Yeah, the Microsoft.
For Microsoft. The clip.
Rule 34. Rule 34.
Wait, there's a Chuck Tingle Clippy porn book?
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course there is, just like Veronica just said, Rule 34.
Yeah. You'll never think of his eyebrows going up and down again the same way after you read it. I promise you.
Are you kidding? We might need to read it. Okay. We don't have a lot of more time. I'm gonna give a shout to all the local hangouts. We're gonna do a couple more questions very quickly, and then we'll do the top book poll, and then we're gonna be out. So okay. I want to do the local shout outs first because Sean was really nice and he put them together. January to March 2017. Cleft of Shadows, the WoW Guild. You guys know what's going on. The Cleft of Shadows, the WoW Guild met with a live stream, and they met every Sunday during the hiatus. That is an awesome guild if you guys want to play WoW. I hear Legion is amazing, and if I had any extra time besides getting into Mass Effect, which I need to, I know a lot of you were talking about it in chat. I need to get into that, get up in there, but I haven't yet. The Viking Booty Sweden Hangout met every month. The Wanton Wisconsinites met twice. The Vaginistas in a U.S. regional Google Hangout met 4 times. You guys are awesome. And they had an in real life meetup. That's really cool over a weekend. So that's really neat. They've been like one of our oldest groups. The Yearning Ginzers met in Pittsburgh for 3 times. The Central European Tarts met in a Google Hangout. The Venus Flytraps met in Ohio twice. The Gator Baiters, that's a new one, met in Gainesville, Florida. Gator Baiters, that's a pretty good one. The No Cream Pies met in January. The Beers, Books, and Boobs met in Michigan 3 times. Shameless in St. Louis met twice. Reading Between the Sheets, Texas, Colorado, Google Hangout met twice. That's a new one too. Shout out to that new group. Only Lovers Left in the Library met in Puerto Rico, Google Hangout twice. And the Literary Ladies of the Evening Book Club met in a Skype Hangout, U.S. Regional, this month. So we have a lot of new clubs, which is awesome. We have the NoHo Cream Pies upcoming and the Venus Flytraps upcoming. So shout out to, and the Vaginal Fantasy Cocktail Party at the WhedonCon. I guess everybody's trying to get a group there. So you guys join a local club or just meet a couple people. It's really awesome. You know, this group and Team Human, it's really awesome that sometimes you could just make some friends just because you know of the group. And that's great. Okay. One more question. Couple more questions very quickly from the list, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. This is a good one. What are your favorite love interests in heroine that you've read in the past 5 years? Because this is good. Okay. Anybody have any that stand out? There's a Mel Jean Brooks steampunk book that we did, I think, the first year. And I love her writing, and I love that first book.
It wasn't Iron Duke, was it?
Iron Duke, yes.
Yeah, that was gonna be what I was about to say, which is why I was thinking about it. That was gonna be my pick.
Psych.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead and pick it. It's fine.
No, we can both pick it. We can both feel that way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, The Kushal's Dark Jocelyn is my favorite hero of all time. Okay. So there's no other man that's hotter than that. He's
so hot.
So hot. He's a monk.
So hot.
But he got corrupted.
And he loves her so much.
So
not like in the Iron Fist monk kind of way. Like
okay.
You guys do realize when this is an animated GIF, it's just gonna be like poo jokes, right?
Animated GIFs don't have sound. Suck it, internet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Does anybody have any else what's your favorite romance hero or heroine?
Well, I don't remember her name. Well, I liked the Grey Walker series because I'm the one that picked that book, and I love Kat Richardson's books because her heroes are always like these female detectives that are flawed. They're usually heavy drinkers, and I can't remember the name of the lead. That's her main character, but she has like a pet ferret, which is totally random, and I love that.
Cute. Mm-hmm.
And I loved her because she was I base everything like on Buffy, so I feel like she was the most like Buffy, but not like later season Buffy where she's a little too holier than thou, but still has a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
So Buffy was a heavy drinker. It was more like that. So I just like that whole series. And that answers one of the questions in the forums, which was, is there any book that you picked that you liked it so much you read the full series of it?
That was what I was going to ask next. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. No, that's good.
But that's one of the characters I really love. And then as far as the guy characters, ironically, most of the time I wasn't as much into main guy characters as I was into side characters. So it was either like the sassy gay friend trope, or it was the guy that always tries to get the main lead's attention, but ends up with like a sister or ends up with another guy, or, so I never really got into main characters, though I really loved Dragon Actually. And I never thought I would say that I'm pro-dragon. Honestly, I mean, come on. The dude's
you like
a dragon.
that dragon guy?
I really kind of liked him, and I don't know why, because he was kind of a pretentious asshole, but maybe that's what I go for.
But there's a long running theme of pretentious asshole. Like Chewy Sugar just mentioned that Nahado from the 100,000 Kingdoms, he was that was an amazing character.
That's true. That's true. And I don't know. It's hard to pick because when I'm reading books, I mean, this is different than real life. So when I'm reading books, the characters that I'm drawn to are more like the Spike as opposed to Angel types, you know, like the guy who's like irritating and you want to punch him and then you want to kiss him. And he has questionable sexuality and he's got like some bad addiction and he's somewhat an asshole.
Oh, like in The Magicians, Elliot. Yeah. Elliot is like everything for me. I'm just like, oh dear God, please.
And I know I shouldn't like that type of guy, but I do. So I never like the typical romance lead in a book. I like the guy that's a jerk.
I mean, but a lot of the romance leads are a jerk. That's the whole thing with romance. He's like, I'm not really into you. Okay, fine. I'll be everything to you.
The characters that are like, it's not so much taming the shrew. It's like the characters I really dislike in books are the ones that are, I'm going to protect you. Like
those are the worst.
Bullshit. Like that.
Oh, you're mine.
You're mine.
Like you're mine, or I'm going to protect you and then stick a baby in you. Like that's not interesting to me. That's like threatening. That's
okay. So can I segue into the fact that my favorite heroine is Janelle from Daughter of the Blood, and from those whole that whole series, from Anne Bishop, and it's because she's damaged, but she is so strong, and she's she's damaged. All right,
Veronica, what you're dancing? She's dancing.
Oh, I just remembered another
thing. You're like,
other things. But no, go.
Okay, so you go after Kyla. Go after Kyla.
Okay.
No, but the fact that she doesn't just like immediately go for like Damon, who's like completely so into her, that he's waiting until she's old enough, which is kind of really creepy, but also but the fact that then you like it's all revealed and what happened to her, and it's done on these levels and stuff. I don't know, I think that she is the most interesting character that we've read. Like it's not a trope, I mean, other than for like an Anne Bishop character. It's just for any other character that I've read in fantasy and science fiction, like either one. She's one of my favorite. I mean, other than Phaedra, of course.
That's fine. I mean, you can like more than one thing.
Yeah, and then my favorite hero is gonna be
Okay, Veronica, what were you gonna say?
Okay.
Wait, I got it.
Okay, go.
Real quick. It's the guy in because we read it. We read The Lions of Al-Rasan. And Gabriel K. And it's the main guy who is it Rodrigo, who has the wife that is still in love with Johanna. I think that's that guy. I think I might.
Okay, that guy. That guy is pretty hot. I love that book. It's very I need to read his latest book. The guy Gabriel K. latest book is supposed to be really good too.
What's it? What is it?
I can't remember the name. Somebody was just like, "You got to read it," and I was like, "What? I didn't read it. I got to read that in Norse mythology."
Okay, I was gonna say I forgot about, and also Chewy Sugar mentioned this as well, which is why I started pouting, because they mentioned it after and I already remembered it, and so now it's gonna sound like I'm stealing their idea, but it's not. It's really how I felt.
She did not. You saw the dance. You saw it.
I saw the dance, and we're and so like it was plus we're like a little lagged from the chat room, so I was dancing way before they were chatting.
Way early dancing.
Totally got that first.
So I was thinking of Akiva and Keru from Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
Oh yeah,
they had a super complicated relationship, and that was like super, two different worlds, like loving each other, like through the veil and all that stuff. It was really great. And then kind of segueing us into which series did we go on to finish?
Yes.
Also, Kate Daniels and Corinne from Magic, Magic Bites and that whole series, which I've read the entire series of, and I pre-order all of the books as soon as they're announced, so they just show up on my Kindle, and then I'm like, yay! So that's one of my favorite series now.
I mean, I think I've read almost all the series. But I mean, there are a lot that I've read almost all the series of, like The Daughter in Blood, The Kushal Start, the Kate and Curran, like Nalini Singh, The Slave Station. Like there are 20 of those.
I've read all of the Deanna Rayborns.
Yes. What was the one that Cresley Cole? I've read. Those are terrible, and I still read them.
Remember how we thought at first we're like, no, this is going to be bad, but they have gotten so good.
I'm a couple of. I'm
the Arcana Chronicles.
Yes.
And
Poison Princess.
Gina Showalter, along with Cresley Cole, because their worlds collide, so it's really interesting.
Gina Showalter is there. Those are some possessive, douchey dudes, and yet I still read it. I still read it. Okay.
And I discovered some really great authors from being part of this show. Like Delia Dawson is amazing. Ilana Andrews. Yeah, Ilana Andrews is great. Sherry Priest is great. So it's like all these like. I've always been a fan of Kat Richardson, but there's like all these other. Female writers that I didn't even know about until I became part of this club, and now I'm like my stacks of books are getting taller and taller and taller. So thanks. Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, I guess it's come that time. We need to wrap it up because we're over already, but we're very excited.
I do want to say that I'm excited about all these questions, so I'm actually going to go back and look in our forums, and I'm going to answer as many as I can. Of people that asked us questions that we didn't get to.
We did have a lot more questions, so yes, that we have some awesome questions. And you know what? It's really awesome to have so much engagement, you guys. And
I know.
Hopefully, we'll be picking books that even if you don't like them or you don't read the book, we're you're still part of the community. We love that. So okay, we're going to let's announce our next book, and then we'll do the top Vaginal Fantasy Redux.
Okay,
let's do the Redux first. Okay, top 10. We're gonna do the top. What is your favorite vaginal fantasy novel the past 5 years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we have a lot of votes, but we have The Lions of Al Rasan, Grave Witch, which is a series I've definitely kept up on. I just got an alert. There's a new one out in July. I'm so excited.
And that was our very first book.
That was our first book, and I love that series. There's there's 4 of them now. The 100,000 Kingdoms, one of my favorite books. Daughter of the Forest, Juliet. I just downloaded a new book by her, Juliette Marlier. Yeah. Soulless, which was Veronica's pick.
Gail Carriger.
Really good series. Rosemary Rue, excellent series I've read all of.
That's Shannon McGuire.
Yeah. Fortune's Pawn, amazing series.
Rachel Bach.
Yeah, that if you have
holy crap, I'm good at this.
Keep
going. That's all I know.
No, they're really good. Outlander, Magic
Diana Gabaldon.
Yeah. This is now turned into a Veronica quiz.
I know, right?
It will end very suddenly, I'm sure.
No, we only have 3 more. Magic Bites.
That's Alona Andrews.
Yeah. Uprooted.
Don't know.
Naomi something.
Naomi Novik.
Uprooted. I thought you said Brooded. Yeah, I definitely know Naomi Novik. Okay, I know. I read that for Sword and Laser as well. I thought you said Brooded. I'm like, I don't remember that one.
I don't know. I'm a little.
I got it first.
Sounds about right though. Sounds like something we'd read. Brooded.
Brooded. We should find Brooded, and we'll just read it.
Yeah.
And A Crucial Dart is number 1.
Jacqueline Carey.
Yay! All right. I go through the whole list now just to see if you know all the authors, but we won't do that. All right. Well, next month was Bonnie's pick.
No one worried about me.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. And we already have the book. She can already show it off. It's called The Falconer. Let me show you. The Falconer by Elizabeth May. Do you want to read the back, Bonnie? Because you have it up right there.
It's pretty long, but yeah, okay. It says, she's a stunner. Edinburgh, 1844, 18-year-old lady. Oh God, I'm never gonna be able to pronounce these names.
Okay.
Alien Cameron, the only daughter of the Marquis of Douglas, has everything a girl could dream of: brains, charm, wealth, and a title, and drop-dead beauty. She's a liar. But she only looks the part of an aristocratic young lady. She's leading a double life. She has a rare ability to sense the, Scythian, which is a, come on, authors.
All right, maybe we'll just do this next time.
No. And it's a fairy race obsessed with slaughtering humans. And with the aid of a mysterious mentor, has spent the year since her mother died learning how to kill them. And then it says that she's a murderer, and then she's a falconer. Oh, so the falconer part is that she's the last in the line of female warriors born with the gift for hunting and killing the fae, that's fairies. she's the sole hope of preventing a powerful fairy population from massacring all of humanity. Suddenly her quest is a lot more complicated. She still longs to avenge her mother's murder, but she'll have to save the world first. Doesn't say anything about sexy times.
I mean,
I started it. No sexy times yet, but it might come around. But it's good. It's already I'm enjoying it.
It's a good book. Okay, well then we'll just guys, you know how we do it. We're not a sex club. But when maybe the next one, I think it's Kyla's turn or something. We'll just make sure to get really trashy. We try to alternate class and trash.
To be honest, the book before this wasn't it Pets in Space?
Yeah, Pets in Space. I don't know what that was. I would love.
I want to read that. Like I kind of want to read it.
People thought of it.
I downloaded it. So we'll see.
What is heavy petting and zero gravity? I'm all about that. So I'm going to actually go backwards and read.
I don't think it's that kind of petting. I think it's pets.
It's actual pets, guys.
It's like cats in space.
Yeah.
Is it like, are they all pets or are there people?
Are they enslaved?
Did anybody read that one?
I like how your cat just like ran behind you. She's like, yes.
Excuse me, you mentioned
you rang.
I have opinions.
Remember when we didn't read that book, The Last Hour of Gan or something like that? And I read it.
Yeah, I am pet.
Yeah. The Last Hour of what, Felicia?
The Gan. Remember that was Veronica's pick, and then I was like, it's too rapey, and then everybody in the forum loved it.
Oh, right.
By themselves. Anyway, okay. Well, guys, it's been 5 years. Hopefully in 5 years, we'll be just as unorganized and rambunctious and drunk. And I'll be hopefully drunk.
Yo, yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
And we will see you next month at the last Tuesday of the month, unless otherwise sent. And we're gonna stick with 8 p.m. Pacific because of my baby until further notice. Just FYI. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thanks a lot for being Vag fans, guys. Oh. And lastly, Veronica set up the store.
Yay! Oh, shoot. Yes. Yeah, if you want to so we just got it started and Sean's going to help me come up with some ideas and we're going to do some contests in case people want to submit their ideas, which will be really fun. But yeah, we finally have the store. It's a Zazzle store. It's at zazzle.com/VF Book Club, one word. And you may have to put your content filters on to PG-13. I tried to change all the items to be G, but some of them might not have switched over. So just change your content filter to PG-13 or whatever. You'll see all the vaginal words. But yeah, we got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got mugs. I tried to make some like funny like things, like the mug says there's wine in here. And
if you guys have suggestions or like art that you want, as long as you give us a release form, we can upload it. It's not like we're selling 8 million of them. So
so we'll do some funny stuff. Maybe we'll do some like 5-year anniversary like special items or something. So there's bookmarks, and I'm really excited about the mug. I don't know why I really like the mug.
I'm excited. I want that mug.
It just looks fun.
Really and Joey Couture did a 5-year anniversary tribute video that is amazing. So thank you, Joey, for being the editor auteur of our group. You really did an awesome dedication. And another shout out to Sean and Toronto Gal for being awesome community leaders. You guys are awesome. Okay, we'll see you later. See you next month. Bye, guys.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.